It is I, Darth Sam, here to play a nasty, nasty game on Halloween. Okay, all right. Hey everybody. Hey, it's me. I'm gonna play a game. How are y'all doing on Halloween and whatnot? I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm looking at my screen and I'm just seeing a blob. Pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna play a game here tonight, and if you could tell by the title of the stream or whatever, I'm weird. Um, we're gonna play Harvester. Now, Harvester is a pretty notorious game from '96 ish, kind of somewhere in there. Um, this game's rough. We're playing it on Halloween because it's not really a spooky game. It's more of a uh, boy, this is gross and just kind of their point of the game was to try to offend as many people as possible, and boy oh boy, they sure do make the attempt, and they sure do succeed in some cases. So for right now, we're actually gonna actually have a thing. Hey, the warning: this game nasty. Gonna be some weird stuff. There's gonna be some stuff that is uh, it's supposed to offend about as many people as possible. Also, pretty jank, even at the best of times. See how far we get into it. We might only play the first half of the game and then just completely stop on the second because, frankly, it's bad. It's a bad game. It's was poorly made back then, and boy, time has not. Times. So you know what? I'm gonna move my chat over out my glasses. Actually, glasses. Put her. We'll put her right. We'll put her right there for now. There we go. Okay. Uh, so uh so yeah, normally I would have all this stuff like set up and ready to go. Not tonight. No. No, we're not messing. Tonight this game is a jank fest, a horrible hideous mess, and that's what this game deserves. So the stream itself is going to be a jank fest as well. So, yeah. Let's let me double check here, see if it's da, da. Always got to do the social medias, got to all the time, cause we love it. Yeah. No, no, it really didn't. But eh, you know, it'll pop up on the thing. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, this is going to be a jank fest. It's going to be a mess, but it's going to be a fun mess. I think. Uh, one view. There we go. Got one. Got one in here, and that's me. That's right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna set them. Let me pick my phone back up for a second. We're gonna set the mood here. Let's see. We're going to do this one, this one, this. Everything kind of red. Ooh, that's spooky. Ooh, that's spooky. I do enjoy that. Okay. I mean, difficult to see, kind of, but yeah. All right. All right. Here we go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. All right. Let me move this now. Sure. Why not? Okay. That one there. Warning. Continue to warn. This game nasty. actually start the game. Set all of that up. Starter here. DOSBox. Very good. Oh, what do we got here? Okay. All right. Give me a sec. Oh, oh God. Now the game has started. Okay. We're gonna go there. Are we seeing things? Are we getting there? Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see what else. That's gotta see all this. Sure. Sure. Why not? Oh. This. Okay. Like I said, this is a. Smaller so I can see it. Wise, it's gonna be bad. Go. You know what? Give me. Let's close out of that for a second. Okay. Switch it back to full. All right. All right. It's so spooky having to fix the config files for DOSBox. Woo! With you know what? Picking up on this screen as well. I'm gonna make it. There we go. Let's see what we're working with here. All right. All right. So, I go in here. Size. Oh, here we go. Let's 1280 by 720, I think. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the good stuff right here. This is what everyone expects. Plus, I think we have an ad starting in about 20 seconds. You know what? I'm gonna keep working on this, and when we come back from the ad, we might actually play a video game. Who knows? All right, here we go. Ads starting soon. Ad happening soon? Or is it just like, hey, ads are a thing that are going to exist at some point? Sure. All right. Well, until then, we're just going to keep working. Money. This game doesn't have to look good. I mean, it's Harvester, for crying out loud. Back up. Right. So, are on. Yes. Up. Thank you. Oh. All right. Yeah, DOSBox. Yeah, DOSBox. Okay. Got sound on my end. I could see a full screen. Got a display capture over here. Holy crap, it's happening. Oh my god, it's happening. Things are happening. Now, I'm not getting any audio, so give me 2 seconds. We might have to start this one over again a third time so that we get all of the everything. Audio. Yes. Okay. This game has a lot of talking. All sorts of other stuff. Here, we're gonna start it fresh. We're gonna start it fresh so everyone can see. Here we go. Oh, knocking over all my action figures. Oh crap. Okay. All right. So this game is weird. It's a weird old point and click. I'm historically not the point and click guy on the team. Cody is, and also this game is jank. Oh, we're at the ad right now. Oh, cool. Well, this is for this is for YouTube only. Very nice. Anyone actually watching this? I mean, I am. That's pretty cool. Got about a minute left. So Halloween's today. It's it's the first Halloween I've had off in like a decade or something. I don't know. I work a lot. I work nights, and so there were like trick or treaters walking around. I didn't have any candy, but to hand out. Plus, I had some like running around I had to do today, but that's okay. That's all right. Yeah, we got ads ended in about 45 seconds, so I could stop vamping and try to load this game for the third time. Yeah, so I would kill for a cup of coffee right now, but it's later on in the evening, and I'd like to sleep like a normal human, which is strange for me. That here. Very nice. Okay. All right. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're getting there. That's right. Hey, we're back. We're back from the break. So, YouTube people got to hear me vamp for like a minute and a half, but yeah. So, we're going to start her off fresh. This should work. We're going to find out though. Let's mic down a little bit. Anyone's actually listening to any part of this? Let me know if the sound is okay or anything like that. Kind of in a weird spot on the camera. I don't want to get too far away from my mouse. Whatever. You know what? Again, it's Harvester does not deserve a good stream. It deserves a stream. Up one more time. See what happens. Launching DOSBox. And it freaks out for a second. Then. Okay, yes, DOSBox. Thank you. Okay. Hey, there it is. Okay. You know what? Last thing. There. Now we got it. Now we're good. Now we're in there. Okay, Harvester, here we go. I've watched people online play it. It got kind of a big push a number of years ago. I'm striking while the iron is ice cold on this one. But, yeah. Again, if anyone's watching this and you are like, you don't care for, like, you know, upsetting, gross stuff. Here we go. Walking through the building. Oh no, spooky hole, what's happening? Oh god, it's a dead body, oh my god. Oh my god, it's a dead body. Future Vision presents Emily Jacobson. Everyone blame him. What formed the ESRB, the video game ratings board. This was Scorch. Yeah, no, this game was made during the Night Trap and Mortal Kombat. The two specifically were like exact for too gross. And this guy Gilbert Austin was like, oh yeah? I'll show you gross. In fact, we're about to see gross. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's Suburban Home. Alarm clock. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, yes, put that shirt on. Oh God, please put that shirt on. All right. So, here we go. Let's see if this game actually works. So, right-clicking on some objects in the inventory shows a close-up of that object. Clicking on weapons in the inventory activates and deactivates them. Press escape to bring up the menu option. Combine objects into new objects by clicking and dragging them on one another. Sound levels can be adjusted in the options menu. Green 2 dot blah blah blah. Photo in the inventory. That's your health gauge. That sucks. Look for special items. That will restore your health after finding required item. Blah blah blah. Usually there's like jokes thrown in here. A penny saved is hardly worth the effort. There we go. Left mouse to move, right mouse to fight, I think. Okay, so let's move around the room. Oh, that's Captain Scoliosis right here. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, can we throw a punch? Oh, that feels really rough. Like, I've watched people play this, but I have never actually handled it myself. And this feels bad. This like feels real bad. All right, so let's start examining some things. Cheap folding chairs, such as you would find at swap meets, bingo parlors, and other religious gatherings. A recently watered plastic plant. One of your typical wall clocks. Okay, another one of those. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. A handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. Saddle shoes. Saddle shoes with laces knotted together. Empty trash can. So clean, you can eat from it. Let's go back to bed. The mattress is gross. Already. Get ready. This is the most normal this game gets. So, we got a basketball, an official Dust Bowl basketball autographed by GPF. Bed. Mirror. You peer through a thin layer of dust at your reflection. Let's get this started. So we got a dresser here. Operate the dresser. So far we have. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. Okay, we got Chew marks are visible on the end of the ballpoint pen. Okay, we got a pen. 25-cent piece, dated 1952. So if we go to... Nope, not escape. Which one is it? Tab? No. Brings up my cool guy and help operate target. Examine exit. Left mouse button to swap screen. Oops. Walk left, right, control. Oh no, control buttons? No, no, no. Nope. Okay. Y. And no. Shift, no. Control, no. Now I'm getting thing for the podcast. Crud. Our whoops. Oh, give me a sec. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I love it. I love it. Game coming back? There it is. Okay. No. Da, 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 da. Maybe I can't get to it from here. Tab, no. Shift, no. Caps lock, no. Control, no. Alt, no. Da, 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 da. Enter, no. Spacebar, no. Oh. And home. Okay, gonna start mashing buttons until this thing works for me. Roll, no. And help again. Movement. Left mouse button. Button, yes. Space, yes. Damn it. Press shift to speed up. Can't believe I'm gonna have to like look up a guide to open up my menu. My inventory. Is it I? It's I. Okay, so I have a quarter. And I have a pen. Oh boy, you know what? That deserves a save. Oh god, it's a jump scare. Alright. So... I can't, so some of my keyboard I just flat can't use because I have I equals inventory. All right. Love it. Love it. This is phenomenal. All right. Go ahead and get in there. Let's save. All right. Well. Oh, we're chugging. There we go. Okay. All right, Squirt. Talk to Hank. Let's talk to Hank.
What?
Who are you, kid?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, because I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
Oh, man,
I'm sorry.
watching a cowboy show.
Look, I'm telling you, I need your help. I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
You always were a kidder, Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
Okay, so far we know our name is Steve and we are a kidder. Let's check out a cowboy show. I'm interested in this cowboy show.
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that.
Duh!
Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great. And besides, blood and guts are needed.
Let's see. So, in this game, you know, there's not really a morality system, but, like, you're either supposed to be a good guy or not, and, I can't stand this scoliosis-looking dude. It's old Captain Hunchy. So, you're right. It is pretty neat.
I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad for a lousy rat.
Hey. About.
Why am I a rat?
There we go.
What did I do to you?
Type things in sometimes.
You went and got all mushy on that girl, and now you're lighting out on me. Well, if that's the way you're gonna be, then you can drop dead.
Okay, lighting out. Nope. Actually, I want to find out about this girl.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer, it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
There we go.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Oh.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean, retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube.
Hey, the
Where's the
video
remote
actually
control?
worked. Usually, yeah, I've watched a lot of
What's
streams where,
that?
it jumps around like
Now that I
crazy.
think about it, I can't remember.
And what was that you
Alright.
said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Then shut up and quit bugging me. I'm watching my cowboy show.
All right, I'm bored with this conversation.
Good. Finally.
All right. Oh, now I'm walking for some reason. Why am I walking? Okay. That seems like it might be a problem at some point. All right, let's look around some other things. Oh, now I'm back upstairs. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Pendulum-driven cuckoo clock with the cuckoo oddly absent. Fine bone china gleams from the mahogany shell. Let's go pass through for the kitchen. And you know what? Let's go in the kitchen. See what's going on in here. Okay. Well, I mean, let's see. We got the oven. Cookies are baking in the oven. Got a newborn sleeping soundly. Got a expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. Last repository for a few dead bugs. Okay, alright. Lots of knives over here. Knives gleamed wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. Got some cookies over here. These cookies are hot out of the oven. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. Oh, I can't wait till you all meet Fireman Captain Sparky. Oh boy. All right. Let's go ahead and talk to Mom here.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Yes.
Your
as
name will be
brother just
M.U.D.
told
Mud if you don't stop teasing
are
me,
you
young
dead?
man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder,
Always were a
Steve.
kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Okay, so we got some things to talk about. We got graduation, sister, cookies, parody bake sale. You know what? We're gonna start with sister, I think.
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to eat again.
Oh boy. Okay. Yep, that's a.
Darn it, I'm busy, and if
That
you think
was
I'm
a
going to
still
play along
image
with this
of a
nonsense, you're
baby.
crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor baby. There, there. Did your brother scare you? Let me see.
Oh boy. MS Paint. We love it here.
Darn that wasp woman. She's a monster, that's what she is.
Okay, we got a wasp woman. Talk about wasp woman.
Wasp woman?
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this. I want you to go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax, or by golly, I'll take it up with the PTA. Or the lodge.
Okay, so what is... Okay, so we got a PTA or a lodge. We can also type in some of the other stuff here. I don't know if this lodge, I guess. I don't know.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it.
I do like
Instead
when,
of sulking around the
when
house
they
all day,
pronounce the
why not
TM,
walk over to the
trademark
lodge and
TM
apply for membership?
in the name. That's very good. Last thing I want is a fez on my head. I mean, I was wearing a cheap Darth Vader mask earlier, but you know, yeah, all right, fez on the head.
Don't be so hasty, Steve. I think you'll find Harvest is a pretty dull place without the lodge.
You sound like the membership director.
Don't be silly. I just want what's best for you, that's all.
Yeah, let's learn about Harvest a little bit.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
What were some of the other ones? Bake sale. Let's see if I can set off my my thing again here. So,
What charity is this bake sale
There we
supposed to
go.
benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into Harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you
I
mean.
don't like
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the Lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to Harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the Lodge.
Oh, geez. I can't remember some of the other ones. So, bye.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he
Okay,
gets.
putting papers out for Jimmy. I do know about this. I do know about putting the papers out for Jimmy. So, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. I don't plan on, examine the newspaper. Box full of newspapers. Let's take one. Sure. Got that, so I guess let's go ahead and walk outside. Do-do-do-do. Boo-boo-boo-boo. Shuffling along. Oh god, there's this tiny child. Okay. So this is a little man named Jimmy James. And you know what? We're gonna go ahead and save here. We're gonna go LL Cool Jimmy James. There. Okay. So, we're supposed to give this guy a newspaper. We're gonna go ahead and... But before we do that, let's, You know, I don't like the way this kid's looking at me. Ha! 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 Check out my moves! Check out my moves! Hell yeah! Me. Okay, me's dude. Steve, don't just float. No. There we go. And punch! Punch! Jimmy James is packing! Okay. Go ahead and load from LL Cool Jimmy James. Alright. Well, let's actually progress by giving old Jameserson, the James.
Hey,
the
Steve,
newspaper.
I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
I guess not.
Hey, Steve, you've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it? See you later, alligator.
No, I want to talk to you.
See you later, alligator.
I want to...
See you later, alligator. See you...
Are you a snake? Say you're a snake. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to have some more of that conversation later on. So let's set out into the town. Let's find out what exactly we need to do. So, okay, so we got our house. We have a general store. We have a post office. We have a barber shop. We have the missile base. Go down, we have a meat plant. Dean Memorial School. Oof. Hitting the old nail on the head with that one, I think. TV station. Got Edna's Diner. Up. Police station, fire station, newspaper building. The Wayward Hotel. Right across from a cemetery. The Shady Oaks Mortuary. We have Johnson Residence. Abandoned house. And we have the Potsdam Restaurant. You know what? I think where we're gonna go first. Let's go next door to the Potsdam residence. Let's just go clockwise here. Okay. Eye up to look in. Glass is so clear the reflection makes it difficult to see. Overhead window is shaped like a wagon wheel. Right. Go on in. Alright. Well, funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. Got a plant. Giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact that it's encased in red concrete. Perhaps the healthful electromagnetic field of harvest. Got sofa, almost made of leather. Oh yeah. Sounds like we got the ocean behind us a little bit here. Ashtray. Ashtray is shaped like a particular human organ, which shall remain. Classy. The man of the house, squeezing his meat. All right, well let's talk, I guess.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh?
I've lost my memory.
What a card.
Would I kid about something like that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Your mother just telephoned us about your latest shenanigans. Isn't that right, Mrs. Potsdam?
Sure did, Mr. Potsdam. You
Hey, that
little
looks like your
rascal.
mom.
Imagination's a swell thing to have, in small amounts. Man needs to keep his feet on the ground, especially if he's getting married. Tell me, is your father feeling better? Is he going back to the slaughterhouse anytime soon?
I mean, slaughterhouse.
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
I don't want to work in a slaughterhouse. I'm good.
Bite your tongue with that serpent's
Oh,
tooth.
wrong choice.
Your dad's slaughterhouse is the most successful business in Harvest. You'll love it there.
Will I?
Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been
Yeah.
washed into the gutters.
What the heck was that?
What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Let's learn more about meat.
Meat is the foundation of any decent
he's got
society.
opinions.
Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
Now let's talk about Stephanie. That's kind of why I'm here, I think. I would really like to see Stephanie.
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie. So, you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs.
Alright.
Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat,
Ba-dum-bum.
won't you?
Marriage, I guess.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair, with plenty of meat.
Who's Moynihan? Tell me about this
Moynihan
guy.
is the undertaker. He also runs the Wayward Hotel.
Okay.
Since he's providing the space for the wedding, you might stop by and say hello to him, just to be sociable. But whatever you do, be sure to say hi to your father for me. Will you do that? Tell him hi, and remind him of the meat.
Yeah, I'm done with you. Alright. Yeah, we're just going upstairs.
Sorry, you'll have to ask Mrs. Potsdam for permission to see Stephanie. She's in the kitchen.
Oh, going. Okay. What do we have in? We have Power Kitchen has a minty fresh looking scent. Okay. Bushes are preventing it from opening. I guess everything has a minty fresh looking smell, I guess. Oh, nope. Turn around. All right, we got an ad starting in about a minute, so let's, you know what? Let's talk to.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
You do look just like my mom, except for the hair.
Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same kind of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potston Jr. can be counted on to do her share.
Alright, we got 10 seconds before an ad, so, we'll just kind of pause here for a sec. I'm getting about a dozen text messages here, so, you know, check that. Since we're on, you know, ad break, or at least it says it's starting. I don't know. Hey! My niece and nephew are out trick-or-treating. Got, we have Elphaba, and we have, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it looks like a bunch of "Hello, my name is," and it's a bunch of different movie characters. But no, looks cool. Good job, kiddo. All right, it's saying that the ad is still starting soon. I don't know. We're just gonna. Nope. Now the ad's going. Okay, now we got 3 minutes. All right. Well, we're just checking stuff here. Okay. Yeah, we still got about 2.5 minutes of ads, which is just super. You know, I thought we were gonna like get through like the first half of this game. I don't even think we're gonna. We might get through the first day. I don't know. A lot of this first day is just like walking around talking to people, from what I understand. So, you know what? I got a minute here, about 2 minutes here. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be back. Just hang tight. over yet? Okay. There we go. Okay. My nephew is an identity thief. He had a bunch of "Hello, my name is" stickers with different movie characters and TV and like horror movies and stuff like that. That's actually really clever. I like that. Oh, looks like the ads are over. I have my Mountain Dew and my... Ooh, you know what? Here, I'm gonna go full screen for a sec. Nope, wait. Lock the thing. Full screen. I got my spooky mug here. I don't know how well we could see it on the screen. Wow, that just looks like a blob. That's right. Well, trust me when I say it looks like a spooky tiki glass or whatever. Whatever. There we go. Let's talk about the bake sale. I want to know more about this bake sale.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit? I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event. In conjunction with the lodge, naturally.
Yeah, I've already learned about Moynihan, I guess. Okay, what's your opinions on the lodge?
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam.
Okay, that's
if
a
you
direct
became a
thing
member
that
of the
he's done.
order,
Okay.
you could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
All right, let's talk about the wedding here.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well,
Don't
it's
sound
set
so
for 3
thrilled
weeks.
about it, Steve.
We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now,
Say what?
I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Potsdam. You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down.
I gotta get out of this scene.
He has a new application in, though.
This ocean
So keep your
static
fingers
is like
crossed.
killing me.
If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
All right, I gotta get out of this room.
Give my regards to...
Oh,
Hello, dear. Come to see Stephanie, have you?
yes, actually. Yes, please.
She's upstairs. Go right on up. Just remember, she's grounded until the wedding.
Bye. I like that it's all caps, so you have to like yell it. Bye.
Give my regards to your parents.
Go upstairs now. All right. So we got what do we got? We got a plant. Got a vase made of high-tech copperware TF. Mirror. Your makeup looks just fine. Okay. All right. Closet door won't budge. Okay. First room. All right. So we're in a bathroom now. All right. Well, I guess. Peace and quiet. No static. Thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of the ceramic, and the rubber ducky has seen better days. Let's see. Window. Window affords a spectacular view of aluminum siding. Examine the picture. He's purdy. All right. Can we loot the? Oh, we can. We can loot the medicine cabinet. Okay, we got some aspirin. Take that. Jar of extra strength oral lube. Great for getting in and out of tight spots. Oh, we could take that. What do we got here? Cough medicine. Sure. Disinfectant. Nope. Okay. What vitamins. New Zippy vitamins will pick you up. I'll pick it up. Tampons. Sure. Okay. Toothpaste. Can't take the toothpaste. Floss. Nope. And Band-Aid. Okay. We got a plant here. Plastic plant is apparently dead. Okay. Covered in what appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. Cool. Feels like coarse sandpaper. Painful to wipe with this stuff. Alright. Picture on the wall is hanging a bit crooked. Oh, hello. That's Stephanie, I'm guessing? I mean, cool. I wonder if it's different. Nope. Okay, well. Well, you know, this is the point and click. You gotta know, you gotta click everything. If you don't click it once, you can click it twice. Alright. Anyway. Let's go next door, I guess. Sure. Well. Okay.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one. Steve, isn't it?
You mean
What's going on with that music?
you don't
What?
know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just
Yep.
one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Those people downstairs have locked me in my room.
Oh, it
They
burns.
say I'm grounded until the wedding.
It's burned. Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. Let's talk about those people.
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
I don't think I belong here either.
Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline. Does that make
Actually
any
seemed like one of
sense?
the more normal ones. I mean, I know she looks exactly like, you know, other mom, I guess, but like, these seem relatively normal comparative to everything else. No, but nothing else makes sense here.
I guess. Sometimes I think I've lost my mind.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here.
Like this music?
I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Grounded.
It's been
You seem like
hell.
an adult.
They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
Seen anything that might help us figure things out, or what do you think I should do next? What do you think I should do next?
I don't know. If I could get out of here, I'd walk around, talk to the locals, try to figure out a way to escape, and probably wind up at the lodge.
Let's talk more about that lodge.
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one
okay.
who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true,
It's a trap.
maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
This is the same cutscene.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
That's the exact same thing. A wedding, I guess. It's happening, I suppose.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
Don't worry about the wedding. Isn't gonna happen.
No,
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Yeah.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
I think I'm done here
Come
for
back
now.
and visit me soon, okay?
Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's leave. Let's leave and leave. There we go. Okay. So, we've got that. I know what happens here. We're gonna come back to that. That might be one of the last things we do today. Let's go to the jump. I mean, hey. During the day, Mr. Johnson keeps watch over his precious 48 Tucker. What else? Manhole cover. Manhole cover is locked in place. Nasty stench drifts up from the sewer below. We got garage. Mr. Johnson erected an impenetrable fortress to protect his Tucker during the night. And I guess this is Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband to be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. Though if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember?
I think I
Glad
hate
you
this
stopped
man.
by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I
Also, I'm
could
pretty
use a
sure his
little
voice is pitched
relaxation.
down. That's somewhat.
But since
That's
Edna's
not a
not
natural
here,
voice.
I might as well talk to you.
I don't want to talk to him about any of it, but we gotta further the plot. Well, we saw Edna's name on the. She's got a diner thing. Let me. Okay.
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father.
Oh, God.
And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
Oh, no. Oh, God. You can. Oh, jeez. You can. You can say it. Oh, jeez. I want to avoid that. We're going to talk about a child instead of any growth. Nope.
Karen's only 5 years old. Since Mr. Fitzpatrick passed away, in Edna's arms and legs, I might add, Edna's been raising Karen on her own. What a shame. To deprive a little girl of a positive male role model, and her mama of a fine, stiff penis.
Yeah, I'm done. Goodbye, Mr.
Bye
Johnson.
now.
Oh, jump scare. Yeah, I think I hate him the most. Let's go walk around a cemetery. That seems preferable to talking to Mr. Johnson. Oh, sure. Okay, we got R.I.P. the unnamed hobo. Bravo Williams, 247, Mayor Fantasies. Okay, that's Phantasmagoria, a game that I will not be able to play on free. But look it up. I mean, it looks pretty good, but like, yeah, can't do it. Hello, Boxcar Willie. Oh boy. Freddie Mercedes. Too much love will kill you. Blue could save him. Rest in peace, Elmer. Okay. Alright. 2 years in harvest was too long. Fear not in death. Monte Jake. Stone of this grave site reads Jonathan A. Rhinecliff. Okay. On the headstone has faded beyond the light. What do you say to that, Steve? Damn. Fist pump. Tombstone is unmarked. All of them? Might be all of them. Let's shuffle on across the screen, I guess. We got a picnic table, yet another resting place amongst the... Okay, that's a kind of a good pun. No. Okay, let's do the old Steve shuffle across the screen again. The marble doors have been sealed shut. Okay. Wow. Potsdam. How can they afford a... Like, how can they afford something like this? Wait, because, I mean, I don't want to judge, but like, they seemed like a kind of a lower middle class, family. How do you this mausoleum looks bigger than their house? Like, all right. Can we keep shuffling? Every day I'm shuffling. Dance. Okay. All right, let's get out of here. I do know you can double click to jump screens without having to watch Steve shimmy and shake all over the screen. Okay, here we go. Oh, he's coming right at us. Katie Oaks Mortuary? Sure. Okay. Go on in. Good job walking directly through that that landmark there, Steve. Got these votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. Okay. Those dear to us have passed recently. Jonathan A. Rhinecliff. Okay, so that's who was just buried. Okay, we got that. Same in the schedule. Schedule of this week's funerary event. Can't actually. Pair of comfortable looking sofas. Huh. Well, let's start with the heart. I recognize that. Body organ, which never meant to pump formaldehyde. Okay. Sure. Well, we got the Monopoly Man over here. So let's talk to him. Oh, okay, that's Mr. Moynihan. All right, here we go.
Stephen.
Who are you?
I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Let's talk about the losses. I wonder what's going on here.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
Okay, I gotta know more about this bake sale. Alright.
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through. Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
Let's talk about the Order.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship of the blood drive and the bake sale, the Lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late.
Said before.
If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the Lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the Lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join, and join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member. I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Yeah, I'm done with you.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
Okay, now I agree with that. You know, not all the time, but like, he's got a point sometimes. Sometimes you just kind of don't want to mess. So what do we got? We got some jars. There are organic things floating in formaldehyde in these jars. The sort of things that make you want to look away before you can really see what they are. But your eyes won't oblige. Fans wearing blades barely stir the stench-laden air. I mean, there's some pretty flowery writing in this. I'll give them that. Trying to be like, you know. Oh. The needle lies at 33 degrees Fahrenheit. Still pretty chilly. Pretty chilly in there. Wonder if he keeps all of his, like, body heat, like, stored in the hat or something. We got window. A pair of bloody handprints are speared across the glass. Very nasty looking stink. Can't click on that, light. How about some glue? counter sits a new tube of Astro Glue. Oh, yep.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work. And may I say you're a rude young man for attempting to steal it.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
Okay, so get into the lodge, get this glue. Those are the goals so far. All right. Well, I'm done with you. Let's see what's back here. All right. We got some chandeliers, it looks like. Light from this candelabra gleams unwholesomely pink, like the eyes of a horde of rats balancing thin wire. Wow. Fancy. Okay, we got some candles. Brass candelabra holds several strange-smelling candles. The imprint of a head, buttocks, and sliding heels are scraped into the thick dust of the... Saint kneels before a shepherd, jubilantly terrified. Okay. Okay, we got, looks like a Grim Reaper back here. Hauntingly beautiful stained glass window in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. A pulpit or a lectern, small lectern for a priest. Some candles. Got a casket. Can we look at the casket? Okay, it's alright, that's about it. Let's get out of here. Like a very bad place to be, and I don't. Yeah, I'm done with it. Okay, all right. I think that's everything on this screen. Well, except for the abandoned house. I know what this is. I've seen this. We'll come back. We'll come back to this. It's a dead end, but we'll come back. Let's see. Next screen. We have up. Oh god. We have the Wayward Hotel, fire station, newspaper building, and police. Wayward Hotel. Let's do it. Do it to it. Yeah, let's go on in. Oh, hello there, Sir Topham Hatt. When'd you get over here?
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your image shall soon adorn my slab, and I'd rather not know the face of the meat I'm slicing. I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
So, teleporter. Ledger of the names, last being Jonathan A. Rhinecliffe. Checked in Monday. Okay, yep, taking that. Okay. Let's see. We got a picture of someone up here. We got somewhat ponderous console radio evokes an eerie. PTA bake sale on Friday, and reflections make the lobby seem more spacious than expected. Okay. You know what? I actually think there's something. There's something I can do. There is something I could. Let me go back up. Because I recognize, because it's so people are checking into the hotel and then are like dying. Let's go ahead and take that. You know what? Let's talk to you about this.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Hey, hotel ledger.
Strange how there's a correlation between the bums who've died and the bums you've put up at your hotel.
I'm not a statistician.
Neither am I, but I can tell you, the odds against that ain't so good.
Hey, you may be right. A curious thing to do, snooping around old ledgers. You're an odd and resourceful young fellow.
I am. Yeah, with a thirst of knowledge and other things.
Then you intend to leverage this nominally engaging coincidence for personal gain? What an immoral thing to do, Stephen.
I'm not the one up to my ass in dead bodies.
Yes, but you have an unreasoning faith in the consistency of the universe. Things can change, young man.
I'll make the threats here or in the sheriff's office.
Be sure and tell Dwayne hello for me.
Dwayne. Okay, yeah, out of here. Out of here. Done with you. Okay. We got fire station, we got police station. Let's do newspaper building. There is not much left of the newspaper building. 3 fire hydrants, and the building still burned down. We've got some trees, got some brick. Pipes. At least the plumbing held up. Okay, sure. Ashes. What's left of the newspaper building after an extreme fire. Okay. Shovel is sticking out of the building's ashes. Oh, we can pick it up. Nice. So what? Okay. Buried in the ash debris, you spot a few hidden remnants. Check them out. Got a bake sale flyer, it looks like. Sure, we got oh, we can move it. What's this? Post workers button. It looks like it was ripped from the cloth. Let's take it. Just taking everything. Point and click game. Take everything that isn't glued down. Got another ad that's starting soon. Let's find something that's not important to look at. You know what? Let's do the meat plant quick while we're killing time. That's a cat. Is that a cat? Red brick building with a horrible stench coming from it. Well, I mean, you know. There's a that's a shuffle and a half. Okay, we got a cat there, cat there, cat there. Can't click on the cat. We got meat, carcasses of several small animals. Okay. Got what? This used to be a, are they? They're like killing cats. Point to the sign. Warning, this game nasty. Talk to Pat O'Reilly.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Okay, Pat O'Reilly has probably one of the best, like, voice acting delivery of anyone in this game so far. It's got a nice, like, tenor to his voice. It's very nice. Let's talk about the family business.
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Okay. Why we needed that?
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
It would.
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know. I can't get in to see him.
Amnesia? Sure.
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder,
Such
Steve.
a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kid or son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult, especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
Family business?
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody.
Okay, you know
And we're
what?
strong.
I already read that one.
A lot of, but red meat, then by golly.
Okay, yep.
Of course, amnesia.
The meat.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat. Only the juiciest cuts.
Okay.
Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs?
You know what? People have been talking about meat. I want to take some meat with me.
Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat.
Yeah, let's cut some costs.
There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working and you're cutting up the meat, you'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do things, if you're creative.
Yep, I'm out.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
Okay. Oh, yes. Right, I have...
Oh, man. Well, that didn't work.
Meat permission slip. Harvest Meats Incorporate official meat release form. Under the circumstance, any parties not mentioned in the release as the recipients to receive any Harvest Meats product. I, state your name, do hereby give my full permission to blank receive grade 3 product from Harvest Meats. Oh, okay. Seems pretty official. Yep, I'm out. Whoa, he like grew. He didn't walk closer, he grew. We got the school, we got a TV station, got a lodge, a post office, barber shop. You know what? Post office. Because we found that button. Got a cup. Fresh paper cup with smudged lipstick. Okay. Got a... that's post office. Here we go. Alright, what do we got in here? Zip code map with Harvest dead in the center. Mailboxes seem hardly used. A blind woman trying to read her mail. Okay. Alright. 3 clocks, 3 times. Bake sale! Bake sale! Right, well, let's talk to this gentleman.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
Oh, that's right, yeah, they said that we could talk to this guy about the application.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
Oh. Well, would it kill you to make one copy instead?
It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Just wouldn't be right. Okay, well...
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Okay, well, what do you say to... this?
My
jerk?
button. Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire.
But none of them had buttons like this.
You just try showing that button to Sheriff Duane, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office.
Okay, well, yes. Okay, so we need to get an application from this guy. Application, meat slip, glue. Could be taking note, but general store, our house, our street. Barbershop. Anything out here worth clicking on? Nope. Nope. Okay. One inside. Pastorelli's. Well, isn't this just a jaunty little spot? Okay. We got, an unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up mounted on a barber's wall. Jim Bob was a high school star pitcher 20 years ago. Hangs his aging leather jacket here when he comes in for a trim. Fancy barber's pole secured to the wall with straight slot screws. Okay. Sure. Angle in television is sure to cause a neck strain at this angle. Takes true sportsmen to hunt down those dangerous cows. Hey. Picture of young Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Got Colonel Buster Monroe flipping the bird from his head. Okay, I can't wait till we talk to Buster Monroe, Colonel Monroe. I know about him as well, and that makes me very happy. Got a pitchfork. Clem Parsons took this rare photograph of extraterrestrial. A picture of young Mr. Pastorelli, spaghetti on his mouth and all. Except for the occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if this sheep is alive or not. Okay. Mr. Pastorelli. Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond, not understanding. That is an issue. Well, let's talk to these two gentlemen playing desk grab'ems.
Howdy, Steve.
Yeah. Howdy back, Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
Aluminum siding? Sure.
Steve,
oh, he's got
aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
Well, got it. You're leading the conversation, so let's hear it.
I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
Let's talk about Pastorelli. I need to know about this guy.
Pastorelli's a rube from way back. Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen.
Plumbing? Sure.
Well, I seen the end
Okay,
coming.
I've already talked about that. Okay, bye.
Nice to see you again, Steve.
Well, let's talk to old Chuck Taylor Converse.
Hello there, youngster. They say them aliens I was telling you about, well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
Well, alarm system. Sure.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
Well, hear about the aliens.
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens?
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quails. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet?
I mean, yeah. Yeah, you probably could.
Line your blind with
okay.
lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
Let's talk about Pastorelli.
Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing. Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too...
I already read that. Okay. Well, bye.
Anytime, Steve.
Okay. So there are aliens, or at least that's what he thinks there are aliens. You know, it's been a while since I've saved. I think we're going to go ahead and save here for a sec. Nope. Can I? There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. You know what? I'm going to save as LL Cool to Jimmy Jane here again. Well, I didn't mean to come here, but we might as well just go ahead and go to the door. Too busy working to notice. Okay. Neon letters, drone relentlessly, eternally frozen at 4:05. Yum, creamed asparagus tips, 2 for 49 cents. Tired air conditioner wheezes in the unseasonal. Tape and broken glass, obviously a professional break. What is it with this? Phallic symbol thrusting boldly upward from the concrete, ever ready to spew. Huh. Well, get in there. Okay. Well, we've got Farmer Fran here.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Oh, that is classic. All right. I didn't hear what you said, but yes, please.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Let's look at the shelf. Sure. What do we got? We got slightly used wrench. You must pay Miss Phelps before you can buy it. Cow bleeding a robust coffee on these Harvest Blend coffee. An adult magazine for 25. Well, cans of soup or possibly rat poison. We got some tape. More coffee. On the cigarettes. Okay. Well, you know, we do have that quarter. Let me go in here. This one. Give her the quarter before I buy anything. Well, okay. I mean...
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
I hear a lot of slander about firemen. Not sure... Well, I'm burying the lead. I know what it is, but we're gonna avoid them for now. Did we get our magazine? Can we look at magazine? I put down magazine. Okay, can't do anything with magazine. I guess that's it for here. Again, I know what to do with these, but we're gonna, like, there are bits and pieces that I know, at least from the first day. That about an hour 45. I don't want to get the whole first day. I also am. Well, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap things up here by going to the old missile base. I know I said we're gonna go to the abandoned house next, or last. We'll do that next show. Hey, a little bit of animation back there. Now I do know we need to save here. Oh my God, we need to save here, and we're gonna save here under. Let's go. Okay. Let's talk to. Okay, I've got a B-17. These aircraft appear to be well maintained. That's bad English. These aircraft appear. These aircraft to be. This aircraft appears, or these aircrafts appear. Oh, they forgot the S at the end of aircrafts, I believe. Okay, we got missiles. Base is well stocked with missiles. Electrified chain link fence surrounds the base. Oddly enough, this guard booth, the only building on the base. And then we have Colonel Buster Monroe, perhaps one of my favorite characters that I've seen from previous, Let's Plays and whatnot. If you notice, he seems to be about half a man. He's about half the man that we are. And we're gonna find out why.
Halt! Who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes 2 of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that
my legs in
after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Okay, let's talk about some lower torso.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines. The night was dark. The rain wet. The plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy
God, this
mud.
guy's a good voice actor. He's
I see
actually
the Jerry
really
taking
doing a
aim
great
with his
job.
machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, he'd shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet. I can still hear him, laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English, "Mein Freund, where is your legs? Looky, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs?" I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder and seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. Still a few weeks later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner.
Doing the can-can with my legs! Let's talk about Harvest.
Harvest is a fine town, steeped in traditional American values. But that lodge, well, it makes me suspicious, don't mind saying it. They've got their fingers into everything around here. Like a certain red commie bastard menace, which shall be nameless.
Then I'll be sure to stay away from the lodge.
You read me wrong, mister. I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any red sympathizers. Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do.
I know where this is going to lead. He didn't get to it before, but he has a problem with the firemen? So we're going to talk to him about the firemen.
I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job, but those firemen are a damn peculiar bunch of ladies. I thought they'd object to my lack of a lower body, but they wouldn't let me join the fire department because they said I couldn't draw naked men. Can't draw naked men? Who the hell wants to? I could draw one if I was a sick commie pervert. Look, I did this last night. What do you think?
Oh, God, that's great. No. That's a fine drawing, Colonel.
Thank you, son. You're a good soldier.
All right, let's talk to him again.
Bolt, who goes there?
It's me.
It's just me, Steve.
What do you want? Did the llamas send you?
No, the llamas. They do fear me.
That's good. Someone has to keep them in check. I'm glad you stopped by again. I want you to infiltrate those firemen, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. I want to make sure they haven't turned into commie bastards. You got that? And don't come back unless you've got information for me.
Okay.
Remember, duck and cover.
All right, this is how we're going to wrap things up. We're going to go ahead and save it one more time because I don't want to have to go through all that dialogue once again. And now,
Bolt,
ladies
It's
and
just me.
gentlemen.
what do you want?
Yes, of course they did.
I knew it. They won't leave me alone. Them and the kookaburras. 9! 9!
Oh! Right in the noggin. There goes. I think we won. I think we won the game. Congratulations. We win. We win. The end. All right. Let's go ahead and flip this over to... Flip this over to full screen. Close out of this. Yeah, so we didn't really get that far into it. I guess that means we're going to have to play this game more. I wasn't expecting that. I kind of thought I was going to kind of fly through it, or at least get through the first day. But we're coming up on 2 hours, and I'm ready to not be doing this for a while. So yeah, let's wrap things up here. You know, maybe I'll play this again on Monday. We'll see how things are going. Yeah, we'll catch you next time. I didn't think this was going to be a long one, but I guess it might. All right. All right. We're out of here. Happy Halloween, everybody. Catch you later.